President-elect Donald Trump's picks to lead the nation's key roles back on the Hill today, trying to rally support from lawmakers. Right now, the man tapped to lead the FBI is in the hot seat. Kash Patel is sitting down with Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn for the second time this week. Our cameras are outside that room, and we'll bring that picture to you live if it comes in. Also on the Hill just moments ago, our CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion caught up with Pete Hegseth to ask him about meeting with Senator Joni Ernst yesterday. Here's what he said.
Did Senator Ernst commit to voting for you? I know she said she'll support you through the process, but did she commit her vote?
I would never speak for Senator Ernst, but I appreciate the time. It was an amazing conversation. She's a wonderful combat vet, and I've welcomed all of her insight.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins us now. Nikole, you have been following Pete Hegseth for all of his time, basically, on Capitol Hill. Can you talk to us about the importance of that meeting that Hegseth had with Senator Joni Ernst?
Well, it's hugely important, not only because the senator is an ally of the president-elect, but more specifically because she has said herself that she is a survivor of sexual assault. She has been working on sexual assault issues within the military court. Pete Hegseth was accused of sexual assault in 2017, which he denied and told me that he was cleared of any wrongdoing. But at the same time, you know, that is a very deep issue of concern for the senator, in addition to the role of women in the military. And Pete Hegseth has previously said he doesn't think women should be in combat, but more recently he has said that some of those comments have been misconstrued and that instead he believes that there are a number of amazing women in the U.S. military. So Senator Ernst really wanted to sit down with him to kind of give some clarity around some of those points. She did put out a statement saying that she is going to support Pete through the process, but that is why I asked him today if she committed her vote, because those are two different things, supporting somebody through the process or actually committing to vote for them. And that is something that to date she hasn't said that she would do. Nonetheless, you heard Hegseth tell me that he felt that it was an amazing meeting. He's not going to speak on Ernst's behalf, but he does have other important meetings, particularly with female senators here on Capitol Hill, like Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, both of whom have expressed reservations about some of the allegations against Pete Hegseth. So we'll be monitoring those as well.
And Nikole, let's move on to Kash Patel for a minute. His confirmation process seemed to go off to a good start yesterday. What can you tell us about those meetings and how lawmakers are reacting to Patel's plan to shut down and then reopen the FBI headquarters during his first 2 days on the job?
Yeah, well, I actually saw Kash Patel this morning, too, as he entered a meeting with Senator Mark Wayne Mullen. I asked him if he believes that the FBI is part of the deep state, which is something that he has previously expressed. He did not respond to that question. But look, you know, I think senators are trying to get clarity, too, around his views with respect to the FBI. There's still the issue, though, that the FBI currently has a director, Christopher Wray, and whether President-elect Trump intends to fire him, which, you know, the president-elect kind of nodded to that potential in an interview over the weekend. But certainly Kash Patel has some very different views about the agency and about how it should be run, particularly sharing the president-elect's views that he believes that the department, the agency, has been weaponized against him. And so that is why he has chosen these kind of quote-unquote disruptors, people that he feels will shake up the institution. I think the big question with respect to Kash Patel is how far he might go.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion. Thanks so much, Nikole.